The SGX Nifty is indicating we'll have a flat start with positive bias, but over the last 3 or 4 days, the market opening has been just too strong. SGX Nifty has not been able to capture that sometimes. Sudarshan Sukhani, Mitesh Thakkar and Prakash Kaba now join us. Good morning. Sudarshan, what's the call now? It's been a one-way rally. Yesterday there was some warning sign, and after that in late trade once again a bit of a rally. How do you approach the market here?
Good morning, Anuj. See, we had not really warning signs, but we had signs that the rally was faltering first on Friday when we had a 100-point Nifty intraday decline, and then of course some recovery. Yesterday also we had a 100-point decline and then a recovery, but the 100-point declines have started coming. I think for the next 2 days perhaps markets could be choppy and range bound. The trend is clearly up and we have a stop loss of 10,400, but for short-term traders the trade should be to take profits on your Nifty and Nifty bank positions. In a choppy market, there's no fun staying in the market and maintaining a position. Whenever you find a dip, either today or in a couple of days, go and buy again near 10,400. As of now, I would suggest take your profits and exit.
Fair enough. Good morning to you, Mitesh. What are your suggestions for both Nifty and Nifty Bank?
Good morning, Lata. Yesterday only I suggested taking profits.
No, Mitesh, I think we have some issue with the audio. Let's correct that. And then
we are not able to hear you, Mitesh. Yeah. Prakash, what are your strategies?
Good morning, Lata. Well, so far the trend is still intact up, and we did not even get a single day dip. A correction was bought into. So there is support in the lower regions, I would say. Very strong support exists at 11,370. That's the same level I've been maintaining since yesterday. So if we get a dips closer to around 11,340 to 11,400 zones, these are support zones. If you get a dip, I would say buy, because this would be the truncated week. So possibly volatility is not ruled out, no doubt about it, but the trend is still intact up. When I look at the Bank Nifty, there is a zone of support between 29,000 to 29,300 or 400 zones. If you get a dip around those zones, those are buying opportunities. Until that happens, as far as Nifty is concerned, in stock specific, there are certain stocks that are certainly looking good, where it's given a clear-cut demonstration of strength.
Okay, well, since you spoke about stocks, Sudarshan, hi, good morning. What are the stocks that one should be trading on the long or the short side this morning?
Good morning. See, Sonia, today is not a rewarding day for me. I think the markets will be choppy, and then it's much better to focus on some selected mid caps. So that's how we are starting the day today. Starting with Tata Chemicals, that stock was in a bear market of its own. That bear market may be ending, so this is clearly a buy on dip strategy, assuming that some kind of upside momentum is finally building up in the stock and it's deeply oversold. Then I have Godrej Consumer, almost the same strategy, same story, a dip, a consolidation and an eventual breakout. My favorite Indigo comes in the buy list, not because of Jet, because independently it has rallied from 950 to 1300 and the rally continues. So Indigo is a buy, and so is Axis Bank. So this is Axis Bank independently. I wouldn't go for the Nifty Bank because HDFC Bank may not perform the way it has been doing for the last 2-3 days. Neither would ICICI Bank. So there are 4 buy opportunities because the charts are conducive, and Bharat Forge is a short sell, a small rally that fizzled out.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for that, Sudarshan. We'll come back to you. I think we have now re-established a cleaner connection with Mitesh. Mitesh, good morning again. First up, Nifty and Nifty Bank strategies.
Good morning, Lata. I was just telling that yesterday only I suggested taking profits and closing down all long positions. We have done that close at about 11,490. I think, while the trend might continue and the SGX is indicating a positive open, I think the extreme amount of overbought readings does kind of put a lot of caution into my head, and typically 9 on 10 times this would lead to some kind of a stronger or a deeper pullback and correction. Yesterday's decline which happened took support around the 11,420 mark, so that's the first support. I think 11,420, 11,350 are the 2 levels to watch on the downside. And for the timing, I think that's the kind of idea we are trading with, so waiting for declines to those levels to buy back into indices again. On a stock specific basis, we are trading with more of long buys.
Okay, so Mitesh, good morning. Let's discuss your stock ideas as well.
Yeah, should I cover my stocks? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I have 2 public sector banks, Anuj. I think you were covering them in the beginning of the show. I have Oriental Bank of Commerce, that's a buy with a stop at 100 half for targets of 110. Bank of India is another one which is showing good continuation signals. That's a buy with a stop at 92.70 for targets of 100. I would also keep a buy on PVR, which has made a fresh high. That's a swing breakout. Buy with a stop at 1660 for targets of 1750. And solitary sell on Amara Raja batteries with a stop at 745. I would recommend shorting for targets of 710.
Okay, Prakash, what about you? Banks have been the big movers this month. I notice you do have a few more banks on your list, buy list. Yeah. What else would you be looking at?
I have two buy, one bank private and one PSU bank. Axis looking good. Good buying that we saw yesterday. Target on the upside 775. Stop below 740. Bank of India, yes. Good buy again. A good last hour momentum. Target is closer to around 100 zones. Stop below 93. I like Bharti Infratel. They also saw some good buying yesterday. This could propel the stock to maybe around 330 zone because there's a very strong support in the vicinity of 310. As long as it holds, 330 is possible. And finally, I like the metals pack, JSW Steel, Tata Steel, or even Steel Authority of India. I happened to pick up JSW Steel. I think it's heading to levels closer to 308, stop below 287. I also forgot to give the levels of Nifty. The target of 11,512 was achieved yesterday. I think it's heading to levels closer to 11,649 in the days to come. And Bank Nifty around 30,000.
Okay. Gentlemen, thank you very much. We are going to come back to you with lots more questions. Okay, actually, why don't I fire the first question before we take the break? Sudarshan, two stocks that we would definitely watch out for, L&T and Mindtree. How would either of them or both of them move?
Well, without relating it to the news,
yes,
Mindtree is not a buying opportunity. And L&T as an investor or as a short-term trader is a buy in spite of the market doing opposite things. But I would go for L&T and avoid Mindtree.
All right.
Okay, well, on that note, let's take a quick break. We'll, of course, talk about this story in greater detail. It's the big story of the day. We will dissect that hostile takeover bid of Mindtree. Sudeep Apte of Offshore Insights will join in. Also, Prakash Diwan will join in just a bit with some long-term stock bets.